Hello everyone, welcome back to another new video, and today I will be showing you another super brilliant game I just played. The game started out in an English opening, and I decided to play a closed game with e4. My opponent didn't follow up with c5, but played a typical old Indian style defense, so I took control of the center with d4. After a few more book moves, the position is still closed, but I now have more space. In these types of positions, black should try for pawn breaks with c6 or f5, but his next move, c5, fully locks the center and gives me a permanent space advantage. Intending to prevent the other break as well, I played h3 to prepare g4. After knight to h5, I realized that the knight coming to f4 could cause some trouble, so I stopped it with g3, knowing that f5 here would easily lead to the loss of material for black. My opponent decided to prepare the break with g6 and knight to g7, but after knight to g4, he decided to play h5, probably fearing knight to h6 check. This allowed me to finally put a clamp on f5 with knight to e3 and g4. With the king side locked as well, I began preparing to castle my king to the opposite side of my opponent's king. In the meantime, black's bishop managed to get a bit active on g5. Anticipating my plan, my opponent reroutes the knight from g7 to e8 and c7, in order to support the last pawn break, b5, but better was to push it immediately after I castled. The point is that after c takes b5, black can quickly open up files leading to my king, gaining the initiative and very good compensation for the pawn sacrifice. I didn't care too much about this because I wasn't going to take. Instead, I already had my plan mapped out. After rook to g1 b5, I made my last preparations by moving my king off the bishop's view, and after rook to b8, I fired. In a position where it seems that black is attacking smoothly, I unleashed the brilliant move knight to f5, with the idea that g takes f5 allows bishop takes g5, and after queen takes g5 g takes f5, the queen is pinned. The best move for black is to ignore my ideas and play b4, but under stress, bishop takes d2 was played, which is a blunder because my queen now has a clear path to join the offensive. If the knight is taken here, after g takes f5 check king to h7, I can play rook to g5 and f4, opening up the position with all kinds of threats all over the board. Black tried defending d6 with rook to b6, but everything is now over. After queen to h6, queen to f6 is met by g5, when queen to h8 allows knight to e7 mate. The only way left to defend g7 is knight to e8, and here comes the key moment. It would be very nice if I can get a rook behind my queen on the h-file, but that file is completely closed, or is it? Turns out that is just an illusion because of my second brilliant move, pawn to g5. Taking the knight here allows g6, when the g-file still gets opened up with a quick mate for me. Black tried getting rid of the knight using the bishop, but I didn't give any attention as I followed up with rook to g4. After g takes f5 rook takes h4, checkmate on the h-file is unpreventable, so my opponent resigned. Even though this is from a daily game, it is probably one of my best achievements in the game of chess. If you want to see more brilliant chess tactics like this, be sure to like and subscribe for more, and I will see you all in my next video. Goodbye.